Hello and welcome to Rentapoints, Xbox achievements on a budget. Well, here we are, 7 reviews and several blog posts later, and, hopefully, you're starting to get an idea of how I feel about video games. We've established some do's and don'ts for achievements, we've talked about some of my favourite genres, and most recently, we took a look at movie tie-in games at their worst. We'll never let it be said that I don't give a balanced argument, so here to show you that movie-based games aren't all poorly made cash cows is this, Ghostbusters, the video game. Yes, it's a game based on a movie, but there are key differences that make it better than most. For starters, the fact that it wasn't tied down to a movie release date meant it could spend a decent amount of time in development. It also had a lot of backing from the original writers and actors of the films. Not only did Dan Aykroyd and Hal Ramis aid in writing the script, but they, alongside pretty much everyone else from the original movies, lent their voices and likenesses to the in-game characters. Hell, they've managed to get Viggo the Carpathian. You can really tell this game was made by people with a passion and love for the Ghostbusters franchise. People who didn't want this to become just another bargain bin title. As for what it's about, Dan Aykroyd says that it's essentially the third movie, which I'm not sure if I completely agree on. Yes, there are new ghosts and a new villain, but the first half of the game is just revisits of all the old bad guys. Which, don't get me wrong, I welcome the chance to take on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man myself. To be honest, I think we'd all be a little pissed off if we weren't given the opportunity. But think of it like this. Imagine Ghostbusters 3 was out at the cinemas. You go and pay good money to be there on opening night, you take your seat with popcorn and drink in hand, and all you see for the first 45 minutes is cut and paste footage from the previous 2 movies. You'd be a little annoyed, right? So calling this the third movie is a little bit of a stretch, in my opinion. Anyways, enough with the who, what, when and why, you're here for the points. So let's grab our proton packs and heat them up, because without further ado, on with the review. Released in 2009 for all consoles, Ghostbusters the video game was heavily advertised on both TV and internet, and in doing so built up quite a bit of hype, which looks like it paid off as according to the makers of the game, Terminal Reality, it sold over 1 million copies in the first month of release. Looking at the review scores, they seem to reflect those numbers. IGN gives Ghostbusters an 8 out of 10, and GameSpot a 7.5 out of 10. Positives include the ghost-trapping gameplay and multiplayer modes. Greg Miller of IGN describes the game as a love letter to Ghostbusters fans, saying that it makes you feel like you really are a Ghostbuster. Negatives include bad character animation and lip-syncing issues. My personal gripe with this game though, and it's only small, is that your teammates are forever repeating the same catchphrases during combat. Aside from that, no complaints from me. Ghostbusters has the usual 1000 gamer points spread across a meaty 50 achievements. The larger majority of the points are local with only 100G allocated for online awards. Of that 900G available for local play, 310 are completion awards, 410 are skill awards, 120 are purchase awards, and 60 are search awards. These achievements feel pretty well rounded, rewarding you for actions rather than completing levels. On top of that, all of the level completion awards are hidden as secret achievements. Normally I don't like secret achievements, but in this case they serve to keep the story a mystery. And to be honest, if you're going to have secret achievements, then picking ones that require no direction to achieve is probably the best choice. Looking at the completion achievements, I noticed that they, alongside many of the other achievements in this game, are titled after memorable quotes from the films. For example, the achievement for completing the game on casual or experienced is called "We came, we saw, we kicked its ass," and the achievement for recovering 20 full ghost traps is called "I looked at the trap, Ray." I could do this all day. Okay, just one more.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Oh, that's not an achievement name. I just really like that quote. Next, let's take a look at the skill awards, which form the largest category not only in points, but in sheer number of achievements. It has more than double of any other category in this game, and offers up nearly half of the total available. Like most skill awards, they are quite similar to completion awards in that you are almost certain to get them through the natural course of the game. There are a few though, like the kosher and you never studied achievements, which might pass you by. But as long as you are aware of them, they're not difficult to get. The purchase awards are very simple and award you 120G for purchasing all the equipment upgrades. The last of the local achievements are the 2 search awards, which I'm a little surprised there aren't more of in a game of this type. They basically consist of collecting one cursed artifact, then collecting them all. Some people might argue that the achievement for scanning every paranormal creature is another search award, but I disagree, for one very good reason. The creatures show themselves to you. You do not need to go exploring to discover other types. I mean, it's not like we're playing Pokemon and you've got to catch them all. All you have to do is remember to get the PKE meter out every time one of them shows up, and Bob's your uncle, 60 points. Last but not least, we have the 9 online achievements, accounting for 100G of the total gamer score. These range from earning various amounts of money to being first in leaderboards, to trapping certain amounts of ghosts and completing all of the jobs available. All in all, I managed a very nice 710 gamer points and unlocked 36 of the 50 achievements, which, much to my approval, puts it just inside the good category. To be honest, I really wasn't paying much attention to the achievements. I kind of just got lost in the game and completely forgot about getting the points. There are a few really easy awards that I missed, like the It's Slime Time and the Ghostbusters drinking game achievements. But despite this, it still gets the thumbs up in the gamerscore department. Like we should all know by now, movie tie-in games are, on many occasions, just all-round bad games. But as I hope this review has shown you, there are some great movie games out there. Another example from my own personal collection is the Quantum of Solace game. Another movie-based game that actually turned out pretty good. But that's another review for another time. Ghostbusters the video game gets the thumbs up from me on both gamerscore and enjoyment. I might even go as far to say that it's worth purchasing. But I'll leave that up to you. Hey, what the... Until next time, guys, thanks for watching and see you later!